Okay. Buenos días, clase.
Buenos días.
Our objective for today is going to be that by the end of today, you're going to be able to use más que and menos que. This is a review from the previous assignment that we did together. We're going to go over that and see if we have any questions and we understood it. We'll do a guided practice, and then we will move on to today's activity, which is going to be listening comprehension using the word saber, which means to know. I'm from Unidad 3. Adriana, can you please tell me what you're going to be able to do today after our lesson?
We're going to be able to speak using saber.
Very good. Thank you. So, we are going to start with a quick review from más que and menos que. I'm going to remind you guys that they're working on the bells. So if the bell rings when we're talking, we're just going to wait until the bell is done if we're in the middle of a conversation, and then come back because they're fixing the bell schedules. Okay? So we're going to start using Cornell note-taking system. When I turn this on, take the notes down so that you know what we're doing today. And we're going to start with a quick review of the previous activity, which leads to this activity on page 201 from Unidad 3. So please write this down. This is going to be a review. And you are going to be saying what you know. A guided practice that we're going to do is a review using the word saber, which Adriana helped us out with. Okay, so I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to write down your notes, today's date, so that we remember in our Cornell notes. If you have any questions, you write them on your Cornell notes, and if I don't answer them in the lesson, then you ask me the questions when we close. Okay. Pencils down, please. Eyes on the board now. Okay. The hint for what we practiced already is going to be to explain the sports that the friends like in the activity on that page. The friends that they're using are Gisela and Cesar. So, activity number 1, activity A, Gisela y Cesar saben esquiar en el agua. Okay? This means that they know how to water ski. So, activity B, you guys are going to use activity 1 from saben esquiar en el agua to complete this activity. Blank jugar al tenis. Okay? So, grab your pencils, write down the words that would fill out esta oración, this sentence. We're going to use our guided practice. Please put your pencils down when you've completed that sentence so that we can move forward. If your pencils are down and somebody's still writing, you can always lean over and help them out as we have practice. Very good. Both pencils are down. Class moves forward. Okay, so at actividad 15, activity number 15, we're going to review so that we can practice our word saber. Okay? So today's lesson, we're going to have the guided practice together. You're going to be taking notes on it. So, in the previous statement, we had Gisela and Cesar, and they knew how to water ski. Gisela and Cesar also, you're going to fill in the blank here, saben jugar al tenis. Remember, the hint is to explain what sports your friends like. So in order to complete this exercise, you would use the word saber, and you would conjugate it to explain which activities they like. So number 2, Gisela y Cesar saben jugar al tenis. Number 3, Gisela y Cesar, okay, saben jugar al baloncesto. Now, Adriana, what did we say baloncesto meant?
Basketball.
Very good. So, Cesar knows how to play basketball. Can you please write the remainder too? So use your guided practice here Look at the first sentence from your Cornell notes. And fill in the blank. Very good, Gabriel. Saben jugar al voleibol. So Gisela y Cesar saben jugar al béisbol, saben jugar al voleibol, al baloncesto. Do you guys have any questions from using the word sabe? Because you're conjugating it from the word sabe. No questions? Okay. So the word saber means what?
To know.
To know. Very good. Okay. Pencils down. We're going to use Cornell Notes taking system again. You guys are going to be using the words saber, and that's going to tie into the words that we are reviewing. Okay? So you're using using the phrases más que and menos que, which tie into the word saber. And we're going to unidad 3. So by the end of today, with the practice, you're going to know how to use the word saber. And our review is más que y menos que. Any questions so far? Muy bien. Okay. Again, using the Cornell note-taking system, if you don't have the assignment written down, this is it right here. Unidad 3, phrases for making comparisons. Okay, you're going to notice that I wrote the words in red, which help us understand más que. The word más is more. Notice that the stress or el acento is placed there. So más que means more than. The following phrases are going to help us listen to them. We're going to do one together, then you're going to turn to your partners, and you're going to do the second one, which will wrap up saber, más que, menos que. Then we will have our homework activity on it. Okay, put your pencils down when you guys are done taking the notes so that I know to move on. Very good, all pencils down. We're going to do the first one together, then we will translate it. So, el fútbol americano es más interesante que el fútbol. Now, a little hint here, fútbol americano and fútbol in Spanish, fútbol americano would be what we know in English as American football. Soccer is fútbol. Just a little help there. And here is the actual translation of that sentence. Football is more interesting than soccer. Notice that I underlined más and que, which are here. Is, so más is more, and then is que. Okay? Adriana. La siguiente oración, the next sentence, we're going to be using menos que. So, más means more, menos means less. Very good. So here it is in English. You're going to write that down. And then you are going to turn to your partner, and you're going to work on the following phrase. Ready? So Adriana, can you please read that sentence for our class?
El tenis es menos divertido que el baloncesto.
Very good. Can you do that one more time because we couldn't hear you and you did great.
El tenis es más. Sorry, hold on.
It's okay. Take your time, but say it loud like you mean it.
El tenis es menos divertido que el baloncesto.
Baloncesto. Very good. This is basketball. Tennis would be the same thing in English, tennis. But the words less and then are underlined for you. Less is menos, and then is que. Okay? Here's a translation in English. This is what you guys are practicing together. So the translation in English is going to be tennis is less interesting than basketball. Please write that down. you're going to have an exercise that's going to allow you to practice what we learned today. You're going to do that by yourselves using the two words that we are using today, which is más que and menos que. It's going to be in a chart format, and you're going to use the workbook to fill out sentences in the same format that we did our review. So, what it looks like, you can have your pencils down when we explain it, and there will be more questions, and I'll be coming around to help you. But let me explain what we're going to do. So the sentences that are on your workbook are going to be similar. They're going to explain to you two comparisons that use the words más que and menos que. And you're going to figure out whether those things are more or less entertaining or not entertaining or something like that. So that's going to be the activity you guys do together using that chart and that workbook. You're going to have 5 minutes to do that. We'll discuss it at the end. And then your tarea, your homework, is going to be out of workbook, page 72. So, one more time. What did we learn today? We had más que, which is more than, and menos que. Okay? It's a lesson that's going to be introduced today, and if you use that homework, tomorrow we can review in the same manner that we use saber today. Okay? Remember, Español is practice, and you have to keep listening to it and repeating it, and using the same syntax and grammar that we do in English, but in the proper Spanish form. Good? Good job, guys. Thank you.